Hi, and welcome to a new week with Holy Embodied. Today we're going to do some more breathing together. And if you're new to this practice, if you have never done something like that before, maybe you want to go back and check out the first video we did on Ujjayi breathing. That is sort of often it's the base for everything else that we do in pranayama, as the yogis call breathing exercises. And today we're learning something that is called Nadi Shodhana. It's an alternate nostril breath, and it's supposed to balance your brain hemispheres, because very often the left one is dominant, the one that is responsible for all the logic, all the analysis, like the rational part, whereas the right one is often a bit undernourished, the creative one, where we can find new solutions to things that the left brain hemisphere, or that the mind, frankly, is not able to figure out. And I'm going to show you what we're doing with the right hand before we then dive into the practice, so that once we get there, you don't have to reopen your eyes, or you don't have to figure it out, you don't have to think too much. Because that's the idea, to just be able to be with your breath and experience that manipulation of breath as it happens. So we're using the right hand, and I personally like to put my index and my middle finger right in between my eyebrows, on top, like a little bit further up towards my forehead, where a lot of us have a nice wrinkle. And so traditionally you put the index and the middle finger on top of your palm, and then you're using your thumb and your ring finger to alternately opening and closing your nostrils, but I don't like that. I prefer this version. So I have my index and my middle finger on my forehead, and I can use I'm using my ring finger to close my left nostril, and I'm using my thumb to close the right nostril alternately. And you don't have to push very hard, it can be a light touch, just like right where the bone becomes the cartilage, the squishy part of your nose. Okay, just so that was just a visual aid for you. And to start with, find any seat that is comfortable for you. It doesn't need to be cross-legged. It can be with your legs out to the side, or of course you can also sit on your sofa. Nobody said you have to be seated on the floor, right? And then allowing your eyes to close if that is okay for you, if that is something you feel comfortable with. And then before we do anything, it's like that, allowing for awareness to fall into the body. And it sounds super, super easy. And it is very simple, but it's not that easy, is it? There's so much going on in our heads, so much to figure out, to think about. And it's not a problem, it's okay. But just for now, just for this short moment, imagine you could bring your awareness, as if it was that stage light, to your breath. As your breath happens naturally, like in observing, or even more precise, a witnessing of your own breathing. The breath in your body as it creates that movement in your body. Maybe a movement that you can feel mostly in your lower belly, maybe in your rib cage, or further up in your chest. And stay with that movement as if you would be listening to the most beautiful song ever, the most fascinating story ever. And at the same time, we're allowing the face to sort of fall towards the floor, as if gravity could have that face for once. Allowing for your cheeks to soften, your eyes, the eyeballs falling back into their sockets. Maybe opening your mouth to relax your jaw. Great. And then from here we start to deepen the breath in that ujjayi manner. So with your next exhalation, gently bring your navel towards your spine. Breathe all the air out. With your inhale, keep your belly button where it is and breathe into your rib cage and underneath your collarbone. And exhaling, squeezing the air out, sinking back, contracting. Inhaling right in between your ribs and up in your shoulders, and exhaling, squeezing the air out. Great. Once more like this. With your inhale, you keep your belly where it is and you breathe into your rib cage and up underneath your collarbones, filling out your lungs completely. And then with an exhalation, you squeeze the air out. Great. With your next inhalation, you bring your hand into place. And with your exhale, you close the right nostril and you breathe out through the left one. With your inhale, you breathe in through left. At the end of your inhalation, you close the left nostril with your ring finger and exhaling through the right, opening the right nostril again. Great. With your inhale through the right nostril, closing right, opening left. Inhale left. Exhaling right. Inhale right. Exhaling left, 2, 3, 4. Inhale left, 2, 3, 4. Exhaling right, 2, 3, 4. Inhale right, 2, 3, 4. Exhale left, 2, 3, 4. Inhale left, 2, 3, 4. Exhaling right, 2, 3, 4. Inhale right, 2, 3, 4. Exhale left, 2, 3, 4. Inhale left, 2, 3, 4. Exhale right, 2, 3, 4. Inhale right, 2, 3, 4. Exhaling left, 2, 3, 4. Inhale left, and continue with that alternate breathing in and out through the nostrils, and adapt the count. Maybe 4 feels a bit long, and then you bump it back to 3. So you count to 3 and keep the inhalation and exhalation equally long. Or maybe 4 is a bit short and you feel like my lungs want to breathe. They have more capacity for this kind of breathing. So you bump your count up to 5 or 6. Great. And you keep following that sort of, it's almost like a triangle shape of breathing without the bottom part. It's like inhalation through a nostril back to your forehead, and then exhaling through the other nostril, inhaling through the same one again. Great. And if you lose yourself, if you lose your count, it's not a problem. You can come back always to simply inhaling through the left again, and then closing left and exhaling right. Inhaling right, exhaling left. Inhaling left, exhaling right. So it's not a problem to fall out of something. Every new moment is a new opportunity to come back to it. Maybe you can be aware of the sensation of the ring finger and your index touching your forehead, ever so slightly. Maybe you're aware of one nostril being more open, more free than the other. See if your chin, your jaw might be able to relax just a teeny tiny bit more. Great. And one more round like this. And then the next time you're inhaling through your left nostril, no rush. Take your hand back to your knee, your thigh, in your lap, and exhale through both nostrils. Take a deep, deep, deep breath in through both. Filling your lungs completely, and then with an exhalation, let the air come out slowly, slowly, slowly. It's like a thread of air. And at the very end of this exhalation, come back to your natural breath. Stay with your awareness on your breath. And witness how breath is happening now. Maybe the breath is sort of smaller, very quiet. Maybe you can also be aware of your forehead and the space in between your eyebrows. Maybe it feels quite clear somehow. Free in that forehead area. Always, always, always allowing for the face to soften. Allowing for the shoulders to be relaxed. And obviously, you're welcome to stay with that sensation of clarity in your forehead, of space in between your eyebrows, and that very quiet, sort of intimate breath. You're welcome to stay with that for as long as you like. Breathing exercises can be a great way to sort of get the system grounded and prepared for longer periods of meditation. But you're also welcome to open your eyes again. Maybe cast them into the room and seeing the colors, the light, shadow. And notice what that feels like in your system now. Like, can you feel that sense of being more grounded, of being more present and centered. Maybe it's just a sense of being a bit more comfortable in the body, which is equally valid and so welcome. So give this a try, maybe a couple of times this week, and I see you back here in a bit. Thank you.